Okay, just got off the phone with Lieutenant at the jail, and it looks like they are building a theory already. Number one, I still haven't talked to Corey, so I'm going to make sure I'm near Wi-Fi tonight so that I can see if he calls. I'm curious to see if he's going to call. Um, and if he does, then we'll go from there. That'll be great. I can get to ask the questions that I want, but I just got off the phone with someone from the jail, and they said, number one, her comment didn't make sense, but she's somewhat being nice to me, so I have to take it what it is. Number one, she made a comment for the police to use because they tell her what to say and what she can't say. And so she said on the phone, I'm going to check and show him how to use the mail system. And then they had Sergeant Mitchell, so they're creating a slow defense for their actions, and that's fine. But nothing is wrong with Corey, and Corey definitely is not slow, and definitely is smart, and definitely can access the mail system and would know how to use it. So it looks like that's what they're saying there. And then they have their chief in operation, FBI agent, and orchestrator, Miss Terry Ray, and she made the statements about him as well. Him having depression, yeah, but him being in an environment like that, no. Because that's not, it would depress him, but not to the extent that he would be acting out. Because of the fact of he was in jail more than out. So no, psychologists would agree with that. So no, it have to be extenuating circumstances going on to bring on a bout of depression on the inside in there. And the only thing that would do that is him not talking to me. And probably if he's not talking to Nico. And I'm sure Nico keeps up with him because Nico, he does. So she did say something that was very important. She said he didn't answer the question about mail. And that's because he didn't know probably what to say, or they probably didn't tell him what to say. And that's another reason why they don't let me talk to Corey, because Corey is a mama's child. He likes his mom, and he don't like what the police are doing to me. So his calls are restricted a little more than Nico's, because Nico is FBI all the way down. I actually used to tell everybody, it's so funny, I can't wait till all of this come out, because I actually used to call Nico a little CIA agent all the time. And I say, Nico tells CIA lies. That boy is on a whole nother level. Come to find out, ain't that something? I was saying it all along, and used to be just playing. And I used to be like, that boy tells CIA lies. That boy tells lies so good he will make you think, what did I? Maybe. They got him. They trained that one. They need to have my son on payroll. I'm sick of them. I need to get him a job. Nico is they raised him. I'm telling y'all, they got to do is put Nico in a uniform, honey. They got them a real agent. He can go with the big boys. They raised him. They did that. And they're going to pay for it too. But yeah, I think I wanted to just say that because I was trying to think these thoughts out. Because as soon as she said that, on the phone, honey, I guess that'd be so much tension. Because they have to say certain things. It's just, I feel like everybody just be nervous. Because they know they have to lie. That's why they're nervous. And I'm not nervous, but I just don't like talking to them because I have to make sure, number one, when they call, or if I talk to them, what line are you on? What line am I on? what number is associated with this phone call, what kind of foolishness is coming along with it. But she messed around and said he ain't get no mail. And I said, so then when I said, so that means he ain't got none of my mail from California, then that's when she cleaned it up and said, I want to see if he can access the system. That was a good comeback. That was a good comeback. The likelihood of project failing is... he is so loud. Gosh. Hold on a second. Turn my blast his big mouth. Get your stuff in that car, shut up. So I am thinking about that. I'm gonna put it in God's hand. God will work it out. And I'm not worrying about that. Worst case scenario, Corey is not in jail, and the police has got him somewhere and just saying that so we can't talk. That happened. Jail is a hiding space for him. Or they do say they be in jail and don't be, because they did it with Ketchup. They did it with D. And they did it with somebody else. So they do stage jails and say you're in jail and you don't be there. They do that. They do that. So that is very possible. And that part be so amazing to me that they make false, like they do everything to distort the truth and then stage mental health around it when it's the truth. It's the truth. And they know it's the truth. I just want them to be able to explain. I thought about this earlier today. It's just so many. Like, are you kidding me? It's so many of those. Like, I can't wait till we get in court and they have to explain, who is DRVO Hubert? Her ex-husband. Why was her ex-husband married to her parole officer? Good question. And that's when they're going to say, Judge, can we take a break? Yeah, that's what I thought. And when I got out in 2008, I already had a warrant. She had already put a warrant out. You married to your... That's how messy these people are. That's messy. That's messy and it's evil. And it's just going to show you how I said they are messy and evil. You put... And she did my divorce paperwork, which is why I said I'm probably already divorced. And now that I think about that, I'm going to go ahead and adopt that. I'm already divorced. They already done did it. And that's why they saying my name is Jackson. They either going to claim that or they going to claim the fact of I was never married to Ketchup anyway and he was an agent, which is the truth. That is the truth. That all day long is the truth. He was working for the IRS. But that part is definitely true. There's no ill thoughts about that. That's true all the way. But my question of the matter is, how they gonna justify that? I went to jail. That's why I said they use jail as a hiding spot. As soon as the day I went to jail, I swear, I called, oh, he out. How he get out that fast? Like they wanted to keep us in passing. And that'll work, because they sent Travis Sloan's was theirs. They sent him. And they sent him. And when they sent him, D went first, and then Trap came. And Trap was sent by Christine Gordon. And she just one that gave him my phone number. And she was the one that the FBI was asking, which she is them. So they had a whole little thing going on back then. So I'm just be curious of how they gonna make it make sense. Because if that was going on in 2004, then what I'm saying, it makes it all the more true, and the truth is coming out. Because if that happened in 2004, and that same lady was wrote me 3 times in prison, South Carolina. Number one, why do you know where I am? Number one, ma'am. Why are you writing me? I don't care that you with him. I don't want him. Then you did my divorce paperwork and sent them to me. So I'm trying to figure out. And when I got out, that's the lady that's your probation officer. I'm sorry, not parole, probation officer. No. And you married to, first of all, that's against the law. She wasn't supposed to be married to D because he was a probationer and was an offender. And wasn't supposed to be, you ain't supposed to be doing that anyway. But for the sake of the matter, she did. And I'm looking at the fact of that lady was my probation officer, and you married to my husband, and pictures of you and him on your desk, and you think that I'm finna sit in here and be your little flunky. Let me go get the police. I told her, excuse me 1 second, please. I'll be right back. I got up and went and found the first white man I could see, Mr. Murray, which is over the office anyway. He just happened to be coming out of his office. Mr. Murray, that lady is married to my husband and is trying to be my probation officer, and she's not supposed to be, and I already put out a warrant on me. She was doing evil before I even hit the street, being evil. And that just go to show what I'm saying about all these people being in my life and being in prison with me and doing all kinds of stuff. They was doing all kind of evil then. And then now to be talking about, oh, we don't know what you're talking about. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And that's why they held on to me while I was in prison, because they wanted me to get out. The FBI said that's too much, and we didn't get her, and we want to talk to her. We want to deal with her. And that's why Gwanda called and said the FBI came over here. Came, not called, came. They called me, went to Gwanda. See, that's when this gonna get into court. So they drove to talk to Gwanda, but they called me. No, that's backwards. They should have drove to talk to the one that got the problem, so they say, and called the family. No, they did that backwards. Gwanda said they came. They went to her, call me. Nah, that's backwards. That's backwards. Why y'all went out there to talk to her? I still want, I don't care about I see them in their job. Nah, I want to see them on the record, in the office, in their uniform, coming to talk to me doing their job, with their card and their badge. I don't want this raggedy stuff, this junk they be doing, interrogating me through nobody else. No, that's not official. It's not official business. That's not the way official interrogations work. They call me in 2008. They should call me again. In fact, they're going to have to answer for it in court anyway. You let that lady, y'all been tracking this lady how long? And doing this evil stuff to this lady how long? And they never acknowledged me. Nope. How long would you writing the FBI? Since 2018. How long have you been writing the police? Since forever. And nobody ever, they never acknowledged me. They do just what these police up here doing now. Act like they don't see me or talk to me at all. Like I don't exist. I just can't wait till we get in court and they have to explain it. What was the logic in that? And I wrote them and asked, am I a target? No answer. No answer. What is the investigation? I wrote the Attorney General in Kentucky. I called in Tennessee. I made a report in Tennessee. I made a report to the FBI in Kentucky on the phone. It's in my book. The lady said if they want you, they'll call you. I said, okay. She put me on hold. She checked my information. She was going to do a report. And she put my phone number and my name in there. And she was like, uh-oh. She didn't say that. But she might as well have said that, because as soon as she said that, they gonna get it too. As soon as she said that, I'm talking about Spectrum, they just passed. As soon as she said that, as soon as I gave her my phone number and my information, lady said, hold on a second. She came back. That was the end of the conversation. She pulled it up and must have said she's active or whatever whatever they say. And she was like, oh, well, if they want you, they'll call you. And she got off the phone real fast. All of a sudden went from being nice to trash. Treating me like a nice person, now you're trash. But I really want to, I don't know, having that conversation with her, them people is just like, I'm telling you, they so crooked. It don't make no sense. And you would think they got a real high profile. This gonna bring a lot of money. It's a lot of restitution. It's a lot of stuff going on. I don't know what they got going on or what they're doing, but I'm not a criminal. And I'm not doing anything wrong and haven't done anything wrong. And like I said, the last thing I did wrong, and I don't know if they would actually, they could criminal, like if they wanted to. It's 6 years old now, so it's past the statute of limitations, and that's why they went and resurrected the account number to make it live again. But at the same time, who's gonna go to jail for a bad check? Nobody. And it or overdraft account, nobody, because it wasn't. I was wrote it against myself, me and Ketchup. So, and I'm anxious for them to even bring that up, because Ketchup will be there, and they're not gonna do that. So that's why they're doing other stuff. But regardless of the fact of the matter is, that's what something that I did, overdraft my account. We needed to pay the rent, so that's what I did. Am I ashamed of it? No. It's old and done with and over and done. And it's not nothing that I'm focused on. I wrote the FBI and told them that myself. That past that, you have nothing. Whatever you got past that is something, whatever you done made. And because I ain't renting no furniture, I ain't selling no furniture, I don't sell no drugs, I ain't no prostitute, I don't do nothing illegal. And I don't know where they in the world they get these credit cards from, because I ain't never been no credit card identity theft person. Never. They got the wrong sister for that. They definitely do. I ain't never done that. But, and I do mean never. I used to tell people that back in the day when I used to do stuff wrong. I used to tell people that back in the day. I used to literally tell them back in the day that the credit card is the worst thing you could do. All the company got to do is flag it, and you going to jail at the register. So I've never thought that was a good idea. Never. But the point of the matter is, I'm not a criminal. And I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm being framed, and the police is just mad because I'm not dumb and she's picking it up on what we doing. So we gonna change it and say that it's her. That's the bottom line. But it's so many wild things that's on my mind right now. So many things that make me be like, are you serious? The fact of that about D is one. That's number one. That they divorced me in 2004. The police did. Sent the divorce in 2006 to the prison. And the girl was writing me. Did my divorce. If it actually is registered in the system in a court of law, I don't know. That might be something for the FBI to investigate. But did that girl do my divorce? Yes, she did. And sent me the paperwork. The point of the matter is, I'm starting to think now, because everything that they do is strategic. Why would she send the divorce paperwork? She could have just said, I divorced him or whatever. She sent paperwork. So you sent paperwork that I kept. So maybe, because now that I think about it, the police took that. So if that paperwork, maybe that paperwork was sent to look like I was out on the street. because I do think that it says some reason to it. It's a lot of little junk, little fine stuff in there but nothing surprises me, especially after today. So if I go from number one, is how you gonna explain that in a court of law? Was you married to that? Yes, they did. That goes to show right there. The jury is looking at them sideways. You married to the girl and you her probation officer. The jury is already looking at them like, okay, let's hear the rest of this. And then from that, you got, and the cousin works with the FBI. Now the jury is really sitting up. Okay, now you got the other boy, Travis Salone's, work for the FBI. Okay, now you got 3 of them. Then you got the husband come in, Elijah Ketchup. Where did Elijah Ketchup come in at? At the darn FBI informant house. Who's the informant? Turner and Easter and who else? Ding, 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 ding. That darn Alvana Dunbar. That's where Elijah Ketchup came from. So the jury is already sold on that. You done tracked her the whole time she in prison. All your informants was in prison with her. Your workers, Cindy Stone, April Ellis, they was in prison with me. Why? And then the rest of them adding around in there. Why were y'all in prison with that girl and then you got out? The same one, April Ellis, you been in prison. The same one making statements. She going to jail. She is. She is. I hope she knows. Your hot booty girl going to jail. Because she's a shopper. She's a shopper. And she did a Cash App transaction for them. Her and Bertrand did. At Nika House. And the FBI knows she's out. They know. I don't care what these people tell these people out here in this street. Them FBI agents know that girl don't tell no lies. Because it's the simple fact that we've been watching her all this time. She's not a liar. They know that. They have to tell these other people that. Because they are screwed in what they did. But they know for a fact I'm not a liar. They know that. If I said it, it happened. And they know if I wrote it down in that notebook, it happened. Why? Because they see me right now, everything that they do right now. And they know she's not going to write a lie. And if it's a thought, she'll say, I thought this. If it happened and she write a tag, it happened. If you was in that store, it happened. They know that. They know that for a fact. They're not slow to that. They have no problems with that at all. They just lie and tell people that I'm a liar because they have to prove and save their faces. Because they're racist and they're hunting black people. So no, they not going to go out here and tell people, oh, we be bothering her only because she black. No, they have to tell lies. But the FBI know for a fact she's not a liar. And if she said you did it, you did it. Because they know she don't tell lies. They don't watch me way too long. They know. They even know what to say illegal that's going to make me run. That's how I know they know that I ain't no criminal. Because they say intentional stuff to make me take off running. Like they did at Jessica house. I walked in Jessica house. I'm rambling. But I'm coming back to what I'm saying. They put me at Jessica house. I went over there to Jessica house in Augusta the last time I see her. I walked in the door. She said, my baby finna come home. I said, okay. I was sitting there, we was talking, and we was just getting ready to smoke. I'm not even in there 2 minutes yet. She said, oh, my baby daddy finna pull up right now. I said, okay. I ain't never seen him before. So, she, he came in the door, and she said, you know anybody with 28 grams of weed? I got my purse. Time to go. I went to run it. They bust out laughing. They bust out laughing. They laughing. The police outside laughing. That's how I know. That's how I know. They know for a fact. And if they ask her on the jury stand right now, and with the Lord looking, did that happen? That girl gonna laugh and she gonna say, yep, it sure did. And the police outside was laughing. They already know. They know exactly what to say to make me take off running. They use that to swoosh me to different directions and to different places. They use that. Fear tactics. She's scared of being set up. All you gotta do is say something about some illegal activity and she gonna take off running. You do anything illegal, or she think you doing anything illegal that got something to do with her, she gonna take off running. They already know that. So they use that to move me from different places. Like if such and such was tired of being around me, or they want me to be doing something else, they're going to use something illegal. Move her and say this, and she going to take off. They already know that. So yeah, that's what they was doing. And so, like I said, they already know that. So they not confused on the fact of if I'm a criminal or not. They already know I'm not. But back to that. I'm just waiting to see these aha moments. These moments of, I can't believe these people did this. And then set up here and act like, that's 3 guys right there. Raymond, D, and Trap. And then Ketchup. No jury is believing them after that. And then the fact of they done went too far to say I'm not, me and Ketchup ain't married. And that's why they send all these ugly dudes up here that be wanting to try to settle down so doggone fast. No, I said I settled down and got married. And I loved him. Ain't nobody just married somebody. That's why they be doing that. Man, go somewhere with that crazy mess. I have quick engagements or whatever if I feel it or if I want to. And the operative word in them situations is both of them was taking care of me. D gave me $700 on the first date. Came out the pockets with it on the first date and paid my rent. I was pregnant. And Ketchup was not that, but he was fine, and I hadn't been with nobody. He met me like the other guy did, like the guy up here did. Actually, almost, if I was to think about it, how many months had I not had relations? May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. No, he's over it. So I hadn't had sex in 11 months, almost. And then I had sex with him. But point of the matter is, they was taking care of me. And I liked him. Ketchup was fine. I ain't gonna never take that from him. Ketchup is the finest black man I've seen that I'm attracted to. And I want to reference that because they took the exact model. I did The Secret. And The Secret says, write down what you want, ask, believe, and receive. And I wrote it down. And I described Ketchup to a T. And they sent him. And they sent him. And everything that was happening now was happening then. On our first date, everything that they doing right now, that's how I know they sent Ketchup. When we went on our honeymoon, he disappeared. Them sisters that he had calling that did not like me, that was starting stuff that he was going to see when I was at work. It was a receipt in my car. We got to argue. That's how the argument started. It was a receipt in my car. Got off of work. When I got off of work in the morning. I was working at Crystal's 11 to 7. And I got off of work. And Pam at the office, now that I understand now about Pam, because it was a message. I didn't understand the message. The message, I'm going to get back to that. Because I swear, talking about this, it just makes me ramble. Because I be saying, like, it be stuff that I be like, oh my God, now that clicked. Now that makes sense. But anyway, I got off at 7. And I had a Taurus then. And he was at home. And Nico was doing his running away thing. He wasn't no running away. The police wanted him somewhere else. So he couldn't be a witness tonight. And so, Ketchup, I came home from work. And we was going, I was asleep to about 1 or 2. And then, come to find out, went out there in the car, and it was a wife savings receipt. And it had 2 meals. And it was for the night I was at work. And so I was like, where were you? Or who's receipting this? And he said, I went and took her mama something to eat. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And now that he say that, good. That means her mama was an agent, or her mama was affiliated, or something was going on. Why were you with that girl? Because these sisters, they have roles. And so now that I think about it, that's what he said. He went and it started an argument. And then after that, every time I went to work, I had anxiety. And my stomach would hurt real bad, and I didn't want to be at work. And I started getting sick. And then anxiety got so bad that I just got aggravated. And then my back started having issues. And they told me I had sciatica. And then I was like, I don't think so. So the minute I stopped working up there on them hard floors with them flat shoes, I didn't have an issue like that. But long story short, he was a receipt in the car. He was going to see somebody. And that's when we had an issue. So, moving past that, when we got married, we went and had our honeymoon in Greensboro. We went to Reynolds Plantation. And I was trying to think if I remember the man's name who booked us in. It was a real old man. But either way, an old white man. And he was shocked that we was black. Because Reynolds Plantation don't take no black people. And they prejudices, I don't know what out there. They don't take no black people whatsoever. I be wanting somebody black with some money, a good attorney, to get themselves out there and put a lawsuit out of this world on them. It don't make no sense. They don't even, the white people out there do not even, it's like the 1900s, the first part where the coloreds drink over here and this your water fountain. First of all, you ain't got no water fountain because you ain't got no business being here. But for the sake of you being on our plantation, and that's what it's called, a plantation, you gonna be over here. Everything me and Ketchup did, they organized it, and we were certain places. Most prejudiced place in the world. I told him, let's get out of here, because I felt that any day we gonna be at the bottom of that lake, and ain't nobody gonna know where we at, and ain't nobody gonna be able to find us, because the regular police can't even get on to Reynolds Plantation. They got their own police. You don't come on out there. So long story short, I hate to throw this up because they ain't got nothing to do with me, but prime example is a rich white couple got killed out there a long time ago, and they never found them people who killed them, and the people cut